Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Evoland 2. Last time we bought a house. Isn't that sweet? But no. In addition to that, we also basically just explored what this town looks like in this new 3D era we're in. And we went to most places. There's a couple places we haven't gone to yet, but mostly that's just because of story progression and stuff. Except for this one, which we just didn't go to because I forgot. Welcome to Walkdonald's. Now they've been serving healthy gourmet food for over 100 years. I find that unlikely. My great-grandfather founded this restaurant, which fast became the best place to dine in all of Genova. I doubt it. And he's a legend in your family. That's great. I think these two are on a date. Let's ball it up. His face is all red and he's barely speaking. I hope he didn't eat anything too spicy. Makes him seem so delicate, it's adorable. Aww. It's been months since I started saving up to ask for... Now, that's not in parentheses. Are you saying that out loud? I just want to tell her how I feel, but I just can't. Well, apparently she thinks you're adorable, so good luck, buddy. That would be... Well, no, let's not get into that. Gotta say, once you're selected to join the elite, you've got it easy. I drink to all those morons who believe in the Great Destroyer. Without their donations, we could never afford this kind of joint. Apparently it got super popular. Haha! No doubt about it, it's nice to eat something other than camp food. Luckily, I've moved up in the ranks, otherwise I'd still be digging with the other idiots. Do you mean digging in or just digging? You know what? Whatever, it's fine. And last group. Are you on a date as well? Or a semi-date? I like how everything's natural. Did you know all the food is guaranteed smug-free? That means it's healthy, and what's more important in life than being healthy? I wouldn't necessarily say that just because it's smug-free it's healthy, but sure. Man, the food here is amazing. Me and the wife come here all the time. That was not interesting in the slightest. Okay. Anyway, last time, remember how we talked to those girls and then we went to the library and thought, hey, we should probably go to the library. Well, those girls have the key to the library, so we're going to need to do something for them. Also, let's talk to these people. Daughter likes to play with her friends out in the courtyard of the inn. I can't imagine what they do out there all day. Oh, but perhaps you'd like to rest for a while. Nah, I'm good. Thanks, though. I have my own house now. Food here's okay, but it's small beans compared to Walkdonald's best restaurant on the continent. Well, that's impressive. Don't know how it went from crap to super impressive in 100 years. It's getting hard to find non-smug and rich fruits and veggies. Sure, they look pretty, they've got bright colors, but they're completely tasteless. I'm supposed to use that stuff to cook up the proper plates of food. I don't know. I guess it's all about presentation in that case. Let's see, let's bother someone while they're trying to sleep. I just can't sleep with all the noise from those girls next door. Why doesn't their mother tell them to ease up a bit? Next door. They're literally right here. Hello, small child. Step aside, old man. Well, geez. Can't you see I'm walking here? You're also apparently... Who's that person, Sylvester Stallone? Probably not. Mommy, that man looks poor. Don't touch me, mister. You're gonna give me diseases. Wow. You're staying at an inn. You can't be that wealthy. Being a trader's wife isn't exactly a cakewalk. True enough, we want for nothing, but my husband is away very often and compensates by bringing our girls presents. I think they're better off if he were around more. Can't discipline them, I think they're just too cute to punish them. Well, you probably need to work on that. Also, why are there so many photos of, like, weird octopus people? I don't know. What are you thinking about, sleeping person? I'll make millions off this contract, assuming they don't read the fine print. Well... good to know everyone's moral standards haven't fallen at all. All these books everywhere. I do hope the Prophet will enact a law banning them. Banning books. Oh, good. What? What? Why? What? Am I screaming? Who's the one screaming? Why does somebody cry whenever I look at books? Maybe it was that guy talking about banning them. I don't know. Anyway, to actually progress with the story, let's go talk to these girls. Now, you may want that chest. Too bad you can't get to it. These people are blocking it. That. No, it's nothing. It's empty. Uh-huh, sure. Watch out, girls. There's a creepy guy staring at us. Hey, I'm not that old. Huh? Who are you? What are you doing in RHQ? I'm just passing through. I'm looking for the key. I want to help you, or Operation Solid Snail. Let's say Operation Solid Snail? Yeah, not bad. But I think we can come up with something better. Alright, let's actually progress with the story. I want to help you. Oh, really? I don't know what happened to your voice. Hear that, Mimi? He wants to help us. But help us with what exactly? Good point. Help us with what? I was just about to ask that. So, you want to help us do what exactly? Look, I just need the key, alright? Say, you know what? I like people who are direct, who know what they want. So say you find this key of yours, like maybe in a safe or a chest or something, and maybe you use it to get into the library. And in the library, say you find, oh, I don't know, a book? In this purely hypothetical scenario, would you bring it to us? I don't think I'm gonna get the key otherwise, so sure. You promise? Yes, I promise. Cross your heart and hope to die? Yes? Like, do you promise on your life? That's literally what the last thing was. Well, I think we'll get along just fine. Keep your promise and you'll have nothing to worry about. Why does it feel like every time I go into this courtyard I end up having to make bad deals with people? Got the key to the library. It opens the gateway to knowledge, and maybe new problems, too. Keep to your word and you'll have no trouble. Yes, I'm so terrified of small children. Oh, boy. Alright, hello, everybody. There's a bit of a problem there, where I ran out of recording space, or I ran out of space on my computer to record. So, if something seems like it hasn't happened that should have happened, or the other way around, that's why. Anyway, let's talk to this guy on the floor. Huh? What? By lying stretched out on the ground, I can commune with the Great Destroyer. The Great Destroyer is omnipotent. He will destroy the world in order to rebuild it. Do you think he can hear me? Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening. Library access is restricted to researchers. They are the only ones with keys. Yeah, I know. Who'd want to read books anyway? Utterly pointless. Yeah. Let's use the key to the library. Welcome to the library, where there seems to be a piranha plant hanging around for some reason. Dean, welcome to the Genova Library. I suppose you're the new students? Sure. I am the Dean of the Genova Library. We researchers devote our lives to extremely important matters. For example, finding out why it itches when one is bitten by a mosquito. Oh, we're not concerned with finding a cure or some such nonsense. Knowing why it itches is clearly more interesting. By the by, I will discuss my own research when time permits. Also, I think that should be by the by, just with a B1. Anyway, I'm an expert in the study of the ancient Magi civilization, specifically the legends surrounding their use of strange powers in late antiquity. But before I can tell you all about that, you'll need to complete your studies. It's just that, look, Professor, we're in quite a hurry, and... Quiet! You are students, and in the library you must submit to your professor's authority. Unless you do not wish to learn anything. In which case, get out! Please forgive student Manos, Mr. Dean, sir. We'd be delighted to follow your lessons. In particular, the ones about the Magiliths. Right, Manos? Yes. Well then, if you're determined, let us begin. You must receive credit for 6 core disciplines, courses in various fields. To do so, you need only speak to my researcher colleagues in the library. Each of them will submit a problem, allowing you to get credit for a particular subject. You can choose your own curriculum. You're under no obligation to do all of them, but I may have a little reward if you complete all 8. Did you get all that? Yes, I got all that. Splendid! Have fun studying then. Come back when you are all done. But no sooner than that. I simply hate being disturbed. He reminds me of my old professor. I've always loved studying. It's fun. He seems to know much about the Magi. He will certainly have much to tell us about the Magiliths. Okay, so as you might have expected, we are now in the library, and we have to complete... We only have to complete 6, but if you want all the stars, you have to complete all 8 of these disciplines. So, let's talk to this random person first. Oh, hey, man. Are you by any chance the stand-in engineer they sent to help me out? Sure. Sure took your time, didn't you? Here's what's up. We gotta replace the town's old piping network. I'm trying like crazy to come up with the best outline for connecting all the junctions, but it's a real brain teaser. Go on, take this map and get working. And we're back in Professor-Layton town, as you might have expected. You must connect points A and B with a network of pipes. The junctions in green cannot be moved, but must all be connected to the final network. Move the pipes to create a single network that goes through every area of the map. So, you can't move the junctions that are not in green. They're just blue, but they're basically the ones that connect in... have these, like, screw-like... They're the ones that look like this, okay? Anyway, so we need to come in from A and go out to B. As you can see, this one automatically connects there, so we have to do this, and then we move this up here. We probably want to go straight down so that we can access that quickly. Then turn up so that we can access the second one. This is basically just a regular old logic puzzle. It's not that big a deal. It's all basically just a matter of figuring out where to start, and then you should have a pretty easy time of it. So then you just do this, and then this, and then this, and then that, and there you go. All done. And we have the good old solving animation. Ah, perfect. I was afraid I'd take all day. I don't know what happened to your accent again, man. Thanks, man. Just gotta hand the plans over to my assistant when he gets back. Whenever that is. You definitely earned your civil engineering credits. As you can see, we have a little tracker up there that's keeping track of our credits for some reason. Sorry, no time to chat. Too much to do. Unless you're prepared to lend me a hand. Sure. So here's the thing. Every 500 years, 2 comets meet in the heavens. Books on the subject indicate that the next occurrence is this very night. I wouldn't miss this for the world, but unfortunately I cannot figure out what part of the sky they'll be... Yeah, typo. Visible in. Here, look on this map. Stellar encounter. When the 2 comets arrive, they will cross the map only diagonally. They will not intersect any star present either before or after they meet. In which square will they meet? So, this is basically just figuring out where is there a diagonal spot that will not encounter any other stars. So, like, if you start here, this won't work because it'll encounter one way up in the top corner. This won't work because it'll encounter one there. This won't work because it'll encounter one there, etc., etc. So it's basically just a matter of checking every space to see where there's an available one. So as you can see, this one is entirely free. So you just need to figure out where a cross one is entirely free. Unfortunately, there's no free cross ones in this diagonal path. So basically you just need to look for diagonal paths that are free and then try and find another one. So as you can see, this one is free, and so is this one, so they must cross right here. Of course! How could I miss that? Thank you for your help. Now to award you with credits in astronomy. Yep, that was pretty simple as far as astronomy goes. What about you, buddy? Greetings, young man. Researcher attached to the militia, at your service. Speaking of service, how about you do me one? Alright, fine. Perfect! The Council of Traders has tasked me with implementing a new patrol system for the militia. I've made sure to follow all their instructions, but I'm convinced there's a flaw somewhere. Wait, let me show you. Number 5, patrol. After leaving guardroom X, each patrol must reach one of the 7 watchtowers. The patrol may go down any path, but must stop at the 6th tower it encounters, and it can never use the same path twice. This is always the procedure. One of the towers will never have a garrison. Which one? Okay. This one I got confused about at first, because you need to see where the circles are. That actually counts as a square. It's not where the watchtower is, it's literally where the circle is in the pathing. So, if you just follow random ones, you'll be able to find it. You can go through A and encounter... Basically, I believe the answer was... Anyway, I'll be back in a sec after I've worked this out. So, here's the way to figure it out. The answer is E. But so you can get to A by going F, E, D, C, B, A. You can get to B by going F, E, D, G, A, B. You can get to C by going A, G, F, E, D, C. You can get to D by going... F, G, A, B, C, D. You can't get to E. You can get to F by going A, B, C, D, E, F, or G, F. And you can get to G by going A, G, D, E, F, G. So you hit G twice there, but it's okay because they only overlap on that one square, so you never go down the same path. So the answer is E. There you go. Ah, yes, of course. I'm in your debt now, so if you ever have a problem, come by and see me. Well, I'm off to start drafting my report to the council. You fully deserve this credit for military operations. Yep, that took longer than it should have. My bad. This person, what do you have to say? Are you the new pupil? I've dug up a strange relic with a mechanism I can't get a handle on. Do you have a few minutes to spare? Yeah, sure. You're too kind. Here, this strange item was found in some ancient Hyrulean legends of it. Okay, ruins. There is no lock on it, save for this bizarre keyboard set with symbols. You would do me a great service by opening it. Mysterious relic. This chest will open after the 16 buttons are pressed in the right order. The gold button must be triggered last. Which button must be pressed first to unlock the mechanism? So, what you need to do for this one is, this has to be pressed last, and all of the symbols have an arrow and a number of buttons to move. So, basically you just need to follow it backwards to its conclusion. So first you need to find out which button goes here, which is this one. Then you need to find out which button goes there, which is that one. Then which button goes there, which is that one. Then which button goes there, which is that one, etc., etc. I'm just going to follow the path for you here. Okay, and that's it. Oh, thank you dearly. That was not so difficult after all. Now I'll grant you your archaeology credits. You seem to have remembered that you had a squeaky voice there. And now we've got this section with another 4 people. How about you, Professor Baldwin? The library holds so many books that all must be sorted meticulously. I'm in charge of the archives, but because such a collection can't be perfectly sorted, I bear the title of an archivist. Ah, it's a good pun. It's a little joke dating back to the Imperial era. At any rate, I have a tidying-related conundrum that has me at my wit's end. I haven't slept for 3 nights now. Wow, that's... You really obsessed about your work, man. Would you like to give it a try? Sure. Alright, let's do it. The obsessive sort. One of the books in the library isn't in its right place. Can you spot which one? Okay, so... As you can tell, the colors don't seem to matter much in this puzzle. There's only one thing that matters. And that is the number of lines above and below the big... The big pale line on each book spine. So, for instance, this book has 1 small gray line above it and 3 small lines below the large one. Same here, 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 same here. This one has 2 on either side, as do all of these. This one has 3 on top, 1 on the bottom, 3 on top, 1 on the bottom, 2 and 2, 3 and 1, 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 3 and 1. So, the odd book out is this one. It's basically just figuring out what is the red herrings and what is actually the pattern that you need to look at. And there we go. Indeed, the label on this book is framed by 2 horizontal strips at the top and bottom. It should be on the 2nd shelf. To think I hadn't noticed it. Thanks for your help. You've earned your credit in archival studies. Oh, dear me, we have this book in triplicate. Here, take it. We're short on space anyway. You got 50 drinking games, a book not everyone should read. Well, we've gotten a book from the library for those kids. Yeah. Well, we'll see if we actually want to do it. And now this seems to be a reference to the Scream, except with the weird blue blob thing. You're a student? You'll see, optics is as simple as ABC. I'll award you credit if you manage to solve a very basic problem. I mean, a 3-year-old could do this. You'll see, it's terribly easy. Optical options. A beam leaves source A and must end up in main conduit B. Move the mirrors to direct the beam to point B while activating all 6 crystals. Yeah, you know how he was saying this was... It's not easy. It's very not easy. So you can do that, but unfortunately that doesn't activate all 6 crystals. So, what you kind of have to do instead is very complicated, and to be honest, I don't fully remember how it's supposed to go, so... I'll see you back when I figure this out. Oh. Oh, so close. There we go. The trick to that one is figuring out that you need to have one of the mirrors function twice. Oh, you figured it out? Well, you've earned credit for the optics class. Yeah, I'm sure a 3-year-old could have done that. Lying liars. Hello, my friends. It's with a pleasure that I explain you classic painting. You want a learning? Sure, stereotypes. Thank you, my friends. Painting a classica. To complete the painting, move the colors so that no color appears twice on the same line or column. The colors marked with a dot cannot be moved. Alright, so basically this is all about... I mean, you can basically use this as a... what's the word? Well, there you go. You can basically do it by trial and error. Just whenever you see one that doesn't fit, move it. Bravissimo! You are deserving the credits of painting a classica. So that's 7. We could have gone back to the professor before, but as I said earlier, we need to get 8. Now this puzzle. This one I honestly don't get, and I just did it by trial and error. But let's see how it goes. Let's see if I can figure it out this time. Hello there, I am the new cryptographer for the Council of Traders. They requested that I devise a new encryption system to secure trade. I've finally developed a system that's uncrackable. Would you like to put it to the test? Yes. Terrific! If you manage to bypass my system, I will award you credit for cryptography. Cipher. Out of the 4 symbols, which one completes the series of symbols below? Okay. I honestly don't know how this one is done. I've looked at it for a while in the past, and I don't know how you solve it cryptographically. Luckily, there's only 4 solutions, so you can literally brute force your way through it, but that seems like cheating a bit. So, like, it clearly has something to do with the... Or I feel like it has something to do with where there are breaks in the squares and the dots. I believe the answer ended up being this one. God, I don't remember. Like, you can get this if you replace 2 and take away 2. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't know how this one is done. I know I was sounding smart, kind of, for the other ones, except for the ones that I took a long time on. But this one, I literally just brute forced, and I don't know how you're supposed to come to the answer. So if you know, leave it in the comments. And then I will probably feel like an idiot for not catching it. But it might just be that complicated. So I think this is the right answer. If it's not, I'll be back when I get the right one. Yep, that's the right answer. My memory served me well, anyway. What? You found it? Now I have to start again from square one. Leave me. Oh yes, you have your credits. Well, there we go. That's all of the 8 puzzles solved in this slight Professor-Layton section. Or Dean Layton, as the case may be. Anyway, let's talk to the Dean. As he sticks his face in our face. That's kind of gross. So, are your... What is... forget what I was doing for his voice. So, are your studies progressing well? Well, congratulations! You finished all your courses. This calls for an extra reward. Here you go. And if we do all 8 courses, we get a collectible star. Alright, now on to my teaching. What would you like to know? Let's learn about the Magi. The Magi are a people, or rather a civilization, that peaked more than 2,500 years ago, while the world was largely underwater. I don't think that's how global warming works, but alright. According to the legend, they possessed magical powers beyond anything else in history. Some even say they could manipulate time itself. But these are most likely the exaggerated explanations of contemporaneous peoples to account for strange phenomena after the fact. Nevertheless, after dominating the era in which they lived, they completely vanished 2,000 years ago. All they left behind were a few ruins and many unsolved mysteries. What would you like to know? Let's learn about the Magiliths. What are commonly called Magiliths are in fact the most famous relics of the Magi civilization. While somewhat rare, they are evenly spread throughout various continents. It is not precisely known what purpose they served. Deciphered writings refer to a road or path, but where does it lead? Incidentally, it was while searching for a Magilith that my former professor, also a great expert on the Magi, met her end. Quite a sad story, really. What would you like to know? Let's learn about the disappearance of the Magi. Surely it's the greatest riddle ever put forth. Why would a civilization as powerful as the Magi vanish from the face of the earth 2,000 years ago? And without a trace, or practically none? Even after years of research, I must admit I haven't the foggiest idea. What would you like to know? Let's learn about your poor professor. My old professor was a leading Magi expert. Her entire life was devoted to figuring out why they had disappeared. I recall she was particularly interested in the Magiliths. She thought the stones contained a power that, once triggered, would enable her to learn more about the Magi. She discovered a Magilith that she believed she could activate with the Stone of Time. Sadly, she was captured by the pirates that lived on the island at the time. No one ever found a trace of her. That was on Magi Isle, the one people now call the Cursed Isle. What would you like to know? Let's learn about the Stone of Time. The Stone of Time is quite the legend in itself. It has some connection with the Magiliths, but I do not know more than that. Oh, I do know more than that, sorry. I get a bit addled sometimes. Old age, you know. The item predates the Magi by many years, so long ago, in fact, that no one remembers when or why it was created. I'm not even sure if the stone really exists. The only direct reference I was able to identify is in the archives of the Demonian royal family, which I was lucky enough to visit. The Stone of Time is evidently a large, round stone, black, with an eye engraved in its center. Interestingly, the eye resembles that used by the Prophet. A bizarre coincidence, if you ask me, but I am hardly concerned with the outside world. What would you like to know? Let's learn about Magi Isle. Magi Isle is located far to the east and can only be reached by a boat from Sierra Harbor. Its name comes from the Magi ruins found there. Pirates made it their home, only to be mysteriously driven out later. Whatever the case may be, fishermen still refuse to set foot there. They believe the island is cursed, and so has its name become Cursed Isle. Quite the ghost story, as if they even existed. More stuff about ghosts not existing. To get to Magi Isle, you'll need a boat. Keep in mind that only a member of the Council of Traders can provide you with a pass of safe conduct. What would you like to know? Well, that was everything he had to tell us, so guess we're done here. What a nice, relaxing distraction. Well, we have that book, so we might as well just complete that little bit, and that'll probably be it for this section. I don't know how long this section will take with the skipping in regards to the puzzles, but it's probably long enough. Anyway, let's go give a little girl a book about drinking games. Yeah, this is probably not the best idea. Oh well. Here, have this book. Oh! I don't know why you suddenly sounded like someone else. You brought us a book? Let's see here. 50 drinking games? You'd give this to some innocent girls? Then again, it'll come in handy when we're older. You basically kept your promise. So here, this is for you. By doing that, we get another collectible star. We're up to 13. Good old unlucky 13. Yeah, that... If you want full completion, you have to give small children a book about drinking games. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it for this time, where we found out about the Magi Isle and how we might be able to get back to the past, or present, or whatever. Next time, we'll work on getting that passive safe conduct and probably start figuring out where the hell we're going to get the Stone of Time. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.